Possum Patty and little Miss Titi here. And it was a rainy Sunday afternoon. I did get my walk in this morning before the rain started. And so I did a little work in my December daily. And then I went out in the living room and started organizing my fossils because, my grandniece is interested in being a paleontologist. Oh, and what an adventure I had yesterday with Stanley and, and Mr. Possum looking for a fossil. Oh, we went to a very special place, but that journaling will be on another day. Stay tuned for that. But right now, I'm just doing a few pages in my December daily, and I'd like to show you what I've accomplished so far and put together this other page. So come on along. Well, I've got all these little bits and bobs sitting here. So I think I'm going to finish up this page. Get everything glued down. And then I'll turn the page over and show you the other page. So in our old house, I had a lot of rocks and fossils in the coffee table. Now the coffee table we have in the other room has a glass top and it has doors and you can put things inside and then see them. So I had put a lot of my rock collection in there. And then when we moved, everything got packed away. And I don't know, the rocks did not get back into the coffee table. So I think Mr. Possum had a couple things in there for a while, and then he took those out. And then I just put some photo albums in there. And I decided I would put those in the other room, the back room, and go ahead and put some of the rocks back in. So I went down to the magical basement. And I don't know, I just feel like things just constantly get disorganized for some reason. Oh, while I was down there, I was looking for some Christmas things because I was looking for some words that said peace on earth on an old Christmas card, which I knew I had down the basement. And I brought up a whole bunch of Christmas things. I know the table's a mess. There's a pile over there. There's a pile down on the floor. There's a pile over in the corner. I brought up too much stuff, but that's all right. So while I was grabbing that Christmas card, I saw this. And there was a funny looking blue monster over here. And this is actually his nose. Is he here on the table somewhere? There he is. Okay. He's got horns and he's got like 3 eyes. He's got little bat wings and a little hat up there. And then he had sort of like a dragon tail coming around over there. And this is an illustration from a book about children's literature illustrators. And I'm like, oh, look at the piano and the little girl. And I said, oh, I love that image. And I said, I can use that in my December daily because my sister sent me the picture of my grandnephew watching the piano tuner tune their piano. Now, they got this piano from somebody in the family, and it's an older piano, and they're going to tune it up, and hopefully the kids will be taking piano lessons. And I thought, well, that's really cool. This is kind of cute. I'll put this in there. And then the background was this white, and I said, well, this is orange, and this is a Christmas journal, but I do have from Michael's, the Holiday Spice. It's got gingerbread cookies and things, but it has all these like dried apples and oranges and grapefruits. And I love these colors, love, love, love those colors. And I said, well, those colors would go perfect, possum perfect, with this sort of orangey piano. So look how nice that looks like that. And then I was going to put this over here. And I'm like, well, I can decorate the page more than this. And I started cutting out little things from the set, a little tag. I can journal on the little tag. I don't need to do a lot of journaling. Oh, bless you, Mr. Possum. And this was also on the same page as this. And I'm like, oh, I could decorate a little bit, you know, put something there. Or I've got these strips. I can put a strip back here. I can put that on the edge. And then I've got some more strips for over here. And this is from the edge of the paper, but I liked how it looked. I should have left it on there. I cut it off from the top of the page, and then I'm like, oh, I like that. I think I'll put that back on. And then I got some more of this. So something like this, okay? So the first thing I'm going to put down is the piano. Right about there. Right about there. It's a little bit shiny, but okay, let's try glue stick in the middle and just a little beacon glue around the edge. I guess I need to work on my rock collection and my fossils and my cabinet of curiosities and rearrange everything, because now I have my Dirt Road Diary rocks and I have my friendship rocks, and I want to organize all the fossils so I can show them to my grandniece. Sound like a lot of work. Sound like a lot of work. I love to organize the rocks though, so it'll be fun. It'll be a fun task. I'm going to put it a little off center because the photo's going on this side. So then I was thinking about music, and I got an idea for some journal pages. Oh, I just stuck that down. I was going to put the border under there, wasn't I? Don't know if I can get it up. All right. Lay that there carefully. Let's put the border on. Okay. Something like that. Something like that. It'll be close. Close enough. Okay, what I'm going to do, because this is a curve, I'm just going to snip it there, glue it down, and then trim it, and then put the other one on top. So while I was getting things out of the Christmas basket there, I came across a picture. My hand's all full of glue. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Now this is supposed to be a sleigh rally, but as you can see, the snow melted, and that's me, and we're driving the horse. This is Junior, the horse, but everything has wheels on it because, like I said, there wasn't enough snow for a sleigh rally. So I was looking at that, and I was thinking of the song Sleigh Ride, and I'm like, why don't I do a few pages with like themes from songs? And I could like get words from a Christmas music book or just, download it or find it somewhere. And like put some Christmas music background, sleigh ride, and do some memory pictures. And then I had another idea for another song. So I might do a couple pages like that. Okay, I have this side glued down. I'm working on this side right now. I had to let TT out of the room, but now she's making noise in the hallway. I found a lot of my fossils, but I cannot find one thing. I found the dinosaur bone. I found fossil teeth. I found fossils of ferns. I found fossils of gastropods. I found fossils of all kinds of things. Fossil coral, fossil fish. And the one thing that I cannot find, and there's a big empty space in the organizer, is my fossil dinosaur poop. I cannot find my fossil dinosaur poop. Yeah, so I'm just going to have to reorganize the whole thing. Clean out this cabinet over here and put some more fossils out in the living room. I don't know what that is. I guess it's a big blob of glue. Look how fun this is. Oh, I'm going to do a little bit of journaling right there. All right, so these images I just cut off the scrapbook paper. They have these 12 by 12 sheets with these big words right in the middle that obviously I can't use in my journals, but I do cut them up, and I made a border from this, and I cut these little and star anise out, and I cut the little gingerbread house out and put it all together. I love the way it all came together now. The first thing I talked about was maybe doing a few pages with sort of a Christmas song theme in it. I showed you the picture. And another thing I decided, my sister's going with the cardinal theme this year because of Mom's passing. And the little saying, and I know Janet Nash has talked about this, the little saying that when a cardinal appears, an angel is near. So she's doing everything cardinals. And she gave me a little cardinal pin that I might put in here and a little poem about the cardinals. And so I decided that on every page, I would put a cardinal. Now there is a little red bird already on this page, but he doesn't look like a cardinal. So this will kind of be like a Where's Waldo, and on every page there's going to be a little cardinal. Now I have a lot of cardinal stickers, and I have some cardinals that are on cards. I'm looking for one that is big enough to cover up that cardinal right there. This one's kind of pretty. But there's some larger ones in here. Is it in this one? I think so. And these are little sticker books that go along with the different Michael sets, recollections. I remember I got these last year at the end of the season, when everything was cheap. Oh, and speaking of cheap, my goodness gracious, I have a lot of Christmas things downstairs. I found stickers and ribbons and all manner of things from the Dollar Tree. Where's the book with, oh, here it is. And cards and wrapping paper and tissue. Come on, we know there's cardinals. There they are. Okay. So I do have a page of these. this one would be cute because he's sort of looking over that way. So I went back and I added cardinals to the pages I had already finished. See, now you can't tell that's a nose. It just looks like a part of a decoration on the piano or something, right? So yes, so now that is 2 things. Adding some music with memories and adding a cardinal to every page. So let's go back to the beginning of the journal. And as you can see, there's now some snowflakes up there, and I'll explain that in a moment. So you remember the first page about my old Singer sewing machine. I put a cardinal, looks like she's landing on the lady's hand right there. So there's a cardinal on that page. Now there's another bird there, but that's not a cardinal. You can have 2 birds on a page. And then on my Happy Christmas John Lennon page, I put a cardinal right there, sort of looking up at them, yet John and Yoko. And on this page, you see this beautiful blue snowflakes. I'll explain in just a minute. Goes very nice with the blue snowflake card. And I put the cardinal down here landing on the snowman's twiggy hand. And this is a new page. And this page is for January 3rd. And this was the day I got my flu shot. I have a picture of me at the pharmacy at the store. It's actually the pharmacy in the grocery store getting my flu shot. And I remembered I had this earth with this needle. And the title of this article was The Shot Heard Around the World. And I believe this was about when the COVID shots first came out. And I had clipped this and saved it. At some point, I think I was going to use it to journal about COVID, but I never did. But I knew I still had it, so I dug and I dug and I dug through one of my bins of trash, and I found it. And I said, well, I love it because it's a roundy, and these pages are sort of dome-shaped at the top. And then I got this 12 by 12 scrapbook paper that had this white circle in the middle, and I'm like, that fits right there in the center of that. But I kind of like the design going around the edge. And so when I cut it to fit, I went over the dome and left this design there. And then I backed it with the snowflakes, and that's why that's all sticking up there. And I decided to leave it. A snowflake sky. But I knew I wanted the words Peace on Earth, and I knew I had a card down the basement with that on there, so that's why I had to go down the basement. I wound up playing with rocks and looking at things down there. It's a good day to do that kind of a thing. So I cut this off a Christmas card, and I put that down, and I put the earth with a needle, and I took off heard around the world because I wanted to put peace on earth instead of heard around the world. And I used a little sticker for number 3. Oh, I know, this page didn't get a number, did it? No, it didn't. 1, 2, this page got a number. And oh, I know, because I was saving this 3 for this one, because this was December 3rd. I put a little gold star at the top of the needle, like it was the top of a Christmas tree. And there's the little cardinal sitting on the T there. So I did this page first this morning, and I really did love how it came out. So then I went on to the next page. And this was a card I found my sister had sent me, and I loved it because it was interactive and pop out. And I said, that's got to go in the journal. And all I was going to do was put this background and then put the card there. That was it. Easy peasy, pumpkin squeezy, right? And then put a number 4, and then she signed it in here. And I'm like, well, that'll just be a fun page all by itself. But in the stuff that I brought up, the old Christmas memory things and pictures and cards and all kinds of things I brought up, was this card. And I was looking at it going, now these are my uncle's grandchildren. And he sent this to me. He made the card. And I was like, oh, I forgot I had this. But you know, I'm good at saving things. And then I'm thinking about this card with the children. And I was thinking about this. And I'm like, I want to put this in the journal because it's something my uncle made. And maybe I'll come back. I'm going to go through another box of things. And if I can find a picture of him and my Aunt Lucille or my cousins, I'm going to put them on here. But I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the journal for now. So I said, well, maybe I could make a pocket or a tuck. So I took the card and I glued it to this snowflake material because, you know, I had some scraps left over from working with that. So I glued that down. And then I glued it in on two sides so I can just slip the card in like that and it fits perfect, just like that. Or I could put it in this way. I'm just thinking about where I want to grab it to pull it out. So maybe by the fold might be better. So I might put it in there. And so now it's like a dual purpose page. I've got the card from my sister with the children. I think it's a UNICEF card. And it already has a cardinal on it. And I've got this card that my uncle made many years ago. And I'll put that in there and I'll probably do some journaling on the back of that. And I used one of the stickers from the sticker book to do number 4. So that's how I started off this morning, doing number 3 and number 4. And I know I skipped the page. Do you have to do your December daily in order? No, you do not. And them's the rules. Okay. Because I had picked up that funny picture from the book and I printed out the picture and I went to put it down, but I was like, no, those are the wrong colors. I want to use these colors to go with that piano. So I skipped over here. So now I'm not going to put a number here until I see what I do here. Because I've got a bunch of things over there I want to put in. So I'll put those in. And then put a number here. Because besides doing a journal page about what you did that day, you can also do journal pages with just memories. So they don't really have to be in order. So like this is a memory page and this is a memory page. Not like what I did that day. And then I'm going to have, you know, the memory and some more music. We're getting like a music theme going here, right? We got Happy Christmas. We got the piano. I'm going to do some more music in here. I think somebody did this. Was it last year or something? I watched somebody was doing a journal. I'm sorry, I can't remember. If it was you, shout out. Was doing a journal and on every day they had a different song for their December daily. And I'm sorry, I can't remember, but I'm thinking it was somebody who could sing, which is not me. It was somebody who can sing. Yeah, so I think that's it for today. I made such a mess and pulling out all the fossils and rocks. Look what's on my table now. Isn't that gorgeous? That's my birthstone, the amethyst. And this is Connemara marble from Ireland. And it's got this amethyst on there. Did I say that correctly? Connemara. Isn't that beautiful? The little collection on my table is growing. So I got 3 pages done. I got 2 ideas of what I'm going to do in the journal. And I brought up a ton of things that I can use in my journaling pages. So I'm absolutely sure now that this journal will get full. So I just want to wish everybody happy December daily journaling. And thanks for coming along today. Bye-bye.